welcome back to Car Alerts. The return of a legend always sparks a wave of excitement in the automotive world, yet when it is a car like the Mazda RX-7 making its comeback in 2026, it is not just excitement but a tidal wave of anticipation, curiosity, and emotion. This car is not merely another new model entering a crowded marketplace, it is a resurrection of an icon that carried the Rotary torch through decades of enthusiasts' dreams. Mazda has carefully chosen the moment to reintroduce the RX-7 with a clear vision of blending nostalgia with cutting-edge engineering, while ensuring that it holds true to its roots. Today we are taking an in-depth look at this highly awaited machine to see whether it lives up to the legacy while carving out its own modern identity. From the very first glance, the RX-7 presents itself as a car that wants to be admired from every angle. The front design immediately draws your attention with a low, sharp nose that seems to slice through the air before the car even moves. Slim LED headlights are integrated with a new lighting signature that resembles a subtle homage to the pop-up lamps of the past. Rather than copying the original outright, Mazda has used sleek horizontal lighting elements that flick upward in a way that recalls the character of those iconic headlights without compromising aerodynamics. The sculpted hood dips gracefully while channels carved into the sheet metal guide air toward cooling vents, all of it shaped by aerodynamic efficiency but executed with style. The Mazda badge sits proudly at the center, surrounded by a large grille framed in black gloss that narrows the visual width, creating a sense of agility. Lower down, the front bumper features intakes designed not just for looks but for brake cooling, a reminder that this car is engineered with performance in mind. Shifting focus to the side profile reveals proportions that are unmistakably RX-7 yet modernized for the present era. A long hood stretches forward while the cabin sits pushed back toward the rear axle, producing that classic front-engine rear-drive silhouette. The roofline is fluid, curving down into a compact rear deck that keeps the car looking tight and athletic. Mazda designers made sure to maintain the flowing lines that enthusiasts loved, with subtle curves replacing hard creases, creating a look that feels organic rather than overstyled. The wheel arches bulge just enough to house 20-inch forged alloys wrapped in performance rubber, giving the stance a planted feel without looking exaggerated. Door handles sit flush with the body for better airflow, while mirrors are slim yet functional, shaped to reduce drag. The side skirts channel air seamlessly, leading toward the rear where the sculpting hints at muscular haunches. From every angle along the side, the RX-7 carries that balanced blend of elegance with aggression. Moving to the back, the RX-7 completes its visual story with a rear design that feels both futuristic and faithful. The taillights stretch across the width in a single LED strip, yet within that strip are two illuminated circular signatures on each side, a direct callback to the twin round lamps of the classic RX-7 generations. It is a detail that fans will recognize instantly, yet one that has been reimagined for the modern era. The rear bumper integrates an aerodynamic diffuser finished in carbon fiber, housing dual exhaust outlets that hint at what lies beneath the hood. A subtle ducktail spoiler rises from the trunk lid, sculpted into the body rather than bolted on, delivering downforce without interrupting the clean lines. Every contour at the back is functional, helping with stability at high speeds while giving the RX-7 a stance that looks ready to leap forward even while parked. Interior: step inside the cabin and the RX-7 surprises with a balance of minimalism and sophistication. Mazda has not gone overboard with massive screens or distracting gimmicks, instead focusing on driver engagement above all else. The cockpit is wrapped tightly around the driver with a low seating position, thin A-pillars, and a steering wheel that feels just the right size for precision control. Directly ahead sits a fully digital instrument cluster, yet its layout echoes analog gauges from earlier models, displaying a prominent tachometer at the center with digital speed, boost pressure, and rotary-specific data flanking it. The infotainment screen sits seamlessly into the dash, angled slightly toward the driver, providing access to navigation, media, and performance telemetry without overwhelming the space. Mazda's approach here feels like an evolution of their human-centered philosophy, keeping the driver connected with the machine rather than distracted by technology. Materials throughout the cabin elevate the sense of occasion. Premium Alcantara wraps the dashboard, door panels, and portions of the seats, while carbon fiber trim elements add a motorsport-inspired touch. Contrast stitching in red runs along the seats and steering wheel, giving the interior just enough vibrancy to remind you this is a performance machine. The seats themselves are lightweight buckets designed to provide support during spirited driving, yet padded enough for daily use. When discussing the RX-7, performance is where the conversation inevitably turns, because at its heart lies the return of the Rotary. Mazda has re-engineered its legendary Wankel engine into a modern form that addresses the challenges of efficiency, emissions, and reliability that haunted the previous generations. The new RX-7 features a twin-rotor rotary power plant combined with a mild hybrid system that assists with low-end torque delivery and improves fuel economy. Displacement sits at 1.6 liters equivalent, with turbocharging boosting output to around 400 horsepower. The hybrid system integrates seamlessly, delivering instant torque fill during acceleration while keeping emissions within global regulations. This setup drives the rear wheels through a 6-speed manual gearbox as standard, with an optional dual-clutch automatic for those seeking lightning-quick shifts. Enthusiasts will be pleased to know that Mazda has prioritized the manual, with short throws and a mechanical feel that keeps the spirit alive. Performance figures are impressive, with 0 to 60 miles per hour achieved in just under 4 seconds, while top speed pushes past 180 miles per hour. Handling remains the true highlight, thanks to a lightweight chassis built around a mix of aluminum and carbon-reinforced plastics. Weight distribution is nearly perfect at 50:50, giving the RX-7 a neutral balance through corners. The steering is precise, electric-assisted but tuned to provide feedback that feels organic rather than artificial. Suspension employs adaptive dampers that adjust to road conditions in real time, allowing comfort in city driving while tightening up during spirited runs. Pricing of the 2026 RX-7 reflects its position as both a halo model and a high-performance sports car. Base models are expected to start at around $55,000, making it more accessible than many European rivals while still offering exotic-level engineering. Higher trims with premium interiors, performance packages, and additional technology can reach towards $70,000. Compared with competitors like the Toyota Supra, Nissan Z, and even entry-level Porsche Cayman, the RX-7 carves a compelling niche, offering a rotary-powered experience that no other car delivers. Mazda understands that this model is not about volume sales but about brand image and enthusiast connection, though pricing ensures it is within reach of dedicated fans. As we step back from the details, the 2026 Mazda RX-7 emerges as more than a nostalgic revival. It is a statement of intent from Mazda, showing that they are willing to invest in passion-driven engineering while still embracing the realities of modern regulations. The exterior styling captures the essence of the past without looking retro, the interior delivers focus on the driver without unnecessary clutter, the Rotary returns in a refined, hybrid-assisted form that delivers performance with responsibility. For enthusiasts, it is not only about numbers but about feeling, about connection, about the spirit of driving, and on that front the RX-7 delivers wholeheartedly. That concludes this detailed review of the 2026 Mazda RX-7. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more reviews of upcoming sports cars, stay tuned to Car Alerts, where we continue to bring you the latest updates, insights, and in-depth looks at the most exciting cars on the horizon.